Hi, good morning, my dear students. Once again, welcome back to our social science class of 8th standard. And in previous class, we were focusing on geography. The first chapter was Earth, our living planet. Okay, so we got many ideas about our planet, the Earth. Okay, Earth is also known as the living planet, as well as Earth has different names such as blue planet, watery planet, unique planet, and moreover living planet. And this is possible, life is possible because of the presence of air and water on Earth. Okay, that is why we call our Earth as a unique or special planet. Okay, and when we go to other planets, we can't see this uniqueness or speciality. Only Earth has the availability of atmosphere, including oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, hydrogen, like that. Oxygen we can see only in our Earth. Okay, and because of this atmosphere and water, life is possible on our Earth. We can see different living beings, including plants, trees, birds, animals. Okay, from microorganism to macroorganism, from small insect to macroorganisms like blue whale, giraffe, like that animals we can see on the Earth. Okay, so that is the uniqueness of our Earth. And talking about our Earth, yesterday we in previous class we studied that the size of Earth is 4 times bigger than that of Moon. The size of Earth is 4 times bigger than that of the Moon. Okay, and our Earth is 107 times smaller than the size of the Sun. So we can imagine, you can evaluate what will be you can imagine what will be the size of Earth, Moon and Sun. Okay, and while we are studying the globe of the Earth, the shape of Earth is known as geoid, or scientists call it as, geographers call it as oblate spheroid shape. Okay, and its polar sides are very small, whereas its middle part is bulge. Okay, like a stomach you can see. Okay, and this middle part of the Earth is known as the equatorial region. It is 0 degree. Okay, here it is, you can see on the board the equatorial region's degree is measured as 0 degree. And for our study purpose, we divided the globe into 3 temperature zones. We call it as equatorial region or torrid zone, and temperate zone. Temperate zone on the middle part in between equator and frigid zones. And the north we can see, north and south we can see the extreme level. We call it as frigid zones. Its degree is 66.5 degree north. At the same time, in the south also we can see the same degree, 66.5 degree south, frigid zones. These 2 polar regions are very severe cold. Okay, so life is not too much easy, especially in the southern hemisphere. But in northern hemisphere we can see some European countries like Greenland, Norway, this like countries we can see on the extreme northern polar region or frigid zone of the globe. Okay, and so once again I shall tell you the different the 3 important latitudes of the Earth. They are torrid zone in the middle, in the equator, torrid zone. The word torrid means extremely hot or severe hot. Okay, torrid zone. And because of the direct sunlight is receiving or getting to the surface of the Earth nearby the equatorial region, that is why this region has extreme temperature. Okay, that is torrid zone. And above that we can see north and south, we can see another layer or another sphere, we call it as temperate zone. It has moderate temperature, neither very hot nor very cold. Okay, so such region is known as torrid zone. In between 23.5 degree north and 66.5 degree north, you can see this layer. At the same time, in the south hemisphere also you can see in between 23.5 degree south and 66.5 degrees south, you can see the location of what temperate zone. Okay, and in between 66.5 degree north and 90 degree north, you can see the northern frigid zone, whereas in the south, in between 66.5 degrees south and 90 degrees south, you can see the frigid zones in the southern polar region. Okay, so these are the important three divisions of latitude. And remember, actually there are 181 latitudes are there. 181 latitudes are there, and prime latitude is known as the equator. This equator passes through the middle of the earth. Okay, remember, these are imaginary lines. Actually there is no line at all on the earth. These are the lines we drawn on our globe and maps for our study purpose. Okay, so these are imaginary lines. So equator is an imaginary line, passes through the middle part of the earth from east to west. Okay, and it divides the earth into north and south, two hemisphere, equal half. Okay, and my dear students, listen here. There are 181 latitudes are there. 90 latitudes on north and 90 latitudes in the south. So 90 plus 90, we will be getting total 180, including this main equator, main prime latitude, we call it as equator. When we add this 1 to 180, total we will be getting 181 latitudes. That is about latitude, and latitudes are used for measuring or to assessing or to understand the temperature of the region of a specific part of the earth. Okay, so that is about latitude. And coming to longitude, longitudes are the vertical lines. Longitudes are vertical lines from north to south. Okay, vertical lines are the lines, imaginary lines passing through passing from north to south, that is vertical lines. Okay, and it divides the earth into two parts, east and west. Okay, and for our easiness, in order to study the time schedule, the time differences between the countries, we have taken 0 degree longitude in a place called Greenwich. Greenwich is a small place nearby London, and that place is considered as the middle part of the earth. And from that area, the right side is known as east and the leftist part is known as western part. Okay, so yesterday in previous class I have told you the time differences. For passing one grid, there are many longitudinal lines we can see. So for passing one longitudinal lines, our earth takes 4 minutes. Okay, so there are many lines we can see on the globe. Okay, and this the lines which are passing through the same area, they have similar time. Okay, in north and south the time will be same, but there are many differences between other longitudinal times. Okay, and when we take the time of London, Greenwich time is known as the international standard time. Okay, and based on that time we are fixing, we fixed the time of other countries. And when it is 12 noon in London, the time of India will be 5:30 in the evening. Okay, evening 5:30. So we can understand there is a time difference of 5 hours and 30 in between London and India. Okay, so that is the usage of longitude. So by using longitude, we can assess the time differences in between countries or places, whereas latitude is used to assess or to understand the temperature in between in different parts of the world. Okay, that is the uses of latitude and longitude. By latitude and longitude, we can point out a definite part of the earth by using the degrees of latitude and longitude. Okay, so that is the uses of latitude and longitude. I hope you understood what is meant by latitude and longitude. and what are the uses of latitude and longitude. And talking about the time, you know, first we can talk about local time. The time of a local region is known as local time. Suppose take the time of here Bilagi in Karnataka. Sometimes the time of Bilagi and the time of Kerala may be different, or time of Chennai in the capital of Tamil Nadu may be different. Okay, because the local time of Chennai is entirely different from the local time of Bilagi. Okay, and it is because this longitude and latitudes are different. That is the main reason. Okay, and local time will be entirely different from one place to another. Okay, maybe 2 or 3 minutes difference we can see within a country like India. Okay, and coming to standard time, India is a very big country. Okay, earlier, India was including Pakistan, Bangladesh, and India were known as Indian subcontinent. So you can imagine the size of India. Okay, or you may take this country China or Russia. It is very, very big, bigger than the size of India. Okay, so it is not so easy to find out the standard time of a region. So we are taking the average time of a place. Okay, suppose imagine suppose the time of India in the west is imagine the time of west is 3 o'clock in the evening, and in the middle Lucknow, the capital of Uttar Pradesh, may be 2 o'clock, and in Kolkata, the capital of West Bengal, the time may be 1 o'clock. So you can see here 1 o'clock, here 2 o'clock, and here 3 o'clock in different parts of India. Okay, from west to east. And so what is the average of these three? So you see 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. When we divide 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 1, 6. Okay, 6 divided by 3, that is 2. So we got the average. So 2 o'clock is the average time of India. Okay, the time of Lucknow, that is the average time, or we call it as standard time. Okay, that is the standard time of India. Okay, because India's latitude and longitude is entirely different. So we want a standard time to keep the time schedule. Okay, and coming to talking about international date line, international date line. So from here, the 0 degree prime meridian, we call it as the 0 degree longitude is known as the prime meridian. Okay, this prime meridian is passing through a place called Greenwich nearby London in England. Okay, and this divides the place into east and west. Okay, so if it is imagine if it is Friday in the east, if it is Friday in the east, it will, here in the western side it will be Thursday. 1 day difference we can see because of the time differences. Okay, and that is about the international date line. Okay, so this prime meridian divides the earth into different 2 days. Okay, that is about international date lines, and I hope you understood this chapter very well, and I request all of you to find out the answers for the exercise. For example, fill in the blanks, match the following, like that. Simple things you can find out by yourself, and if possible you can do the question answers also by yourself. Later I will help you. Okay, and try to read and understand the chapter very well. Okay, I hope you understood this chapter. Okay, so take care, have a nice day. Thank you.